Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video I'll be showing you the most important tips and tricks for your Redmi 7. By the way guys, I'll be making a dedicated video for the best features. Definitely check it out. Link will be in the description. Now with that said, first I want to show you how you can use the full screen gestures on this phone. So to enable full screen gestures, go to the settings, then select full screen display. Now select the second option, that's full screen gestures. Now once you turn it on, you get this prompt over here. If you want to learn about all the gestures, you just want to read the manual, click learn and you get a quick tutorial over here. Then click learn once again. You can swipe up from the bottom to go home. Then you can swipe up and hold for recent apps. These are your recent apps. Now you can swipe from the left side or the right side to go back. You also get this cool animation, so it looks pretty cool and it works really well. Now once you have selected full screen gestures, make sure you enable this particular toggle as well. Now for a very quick demonstration, to go home, swipe from the bottom of the screen, and for recent apps, swipe and hold. If you want to go back a step, you can swipe from the right side or the left side to go back. Now these are the recent apps page, and let's say if you want to quickly switch between your contacts app and your settings app, then you can swipe and hold from the left side or right side to quickly switch between applications. This is one of my favorite features of these gestures. Now you might wonder, if you're going to use gestures, how to trigger Google Assistant. So there's a nice little shortcut for that. To enable that, go to settings, then select additional settings. Now select button and gesture shortcuts. Now enable this toggle. Once you do that, you can press and hold the power button for like half a second to trigger Google Assistant. How is the weather? How is the weather? So there you go. Now if you press and hold the power button for like 3 seconds, you'll get the power options. There we go. Next I'll show you some important tips related to the camera application. Now in the default camera application, we have a feature called fingerprint shutter, which allows us to take pictures using the fingerprint scanner. So to enable it, go to settings of the camera application and now enable fingerprint shutter from here. Once you do that, to take a picture, you can simply touch and hold the fingerprint scanner. It is especially useful for taking selfies. There we go. Now if you look at the pictures taken using the rear camera right out of the box, you might see this watermark. So if you want to remove this watermark, this is what you need to do. First go to settings, and in settings disable this toggle that says photo watermark. Once you do that, watermark will be removed from your pictures taken using the rear camera. And here's the sample. Now there is no watermark. Now going on next, if you are someone who hates camera sounds, like every time you take a picture there's a small sound coming out, like a shutter button or a capture sound. So if you want to remove all those camera sounds, this is what you can do. Go to settings and disable the toggle that says camera sounds. Now going on next, this phone and literally all the Xiaomi phones come with Google Lens pre-integrated to the camera application. So to access Google Lens, you need to open the camera application and click it over here and select Google Lens. Now using this feature, we can search for images or directly search for products by using Google search. Now this is a minion toy. Let me try to search for that. So we get sample search results. We can also scan QR codes and do crazy stuff with Google Lens. So this is something you should definitely check out. Next I'll show you how you can use split screen mode. Now split screen mode is a feature that allows you to use two applications at the same time. On most standard phones, we can simply press and hold the recent apps button to open the current application in a split screen mode. But as you can see, it doesn't work on this phone. So to fix that, or to use the recent apps button as shortcut, this is what you need to do. Once again, go to settings and then select additional settings. Now select buttons and gesture shortcuts. Now select open split screen and then select long press the menu button. Now once you do that, you can press and hold the recent apps button to open the current application in a split screen mode. Now you might wonder, what about if you use the gestures? Now if you're using full screen gestures, navigation bar is completely hidden. So in this case, if you want to open split screen mode, first you need to go to the recent apps page by swiping and holding from the bottom of the screen. Now long press the application that you want to open in split screen mode and click the second option. Once you do that, that application will open in the top window and you can select the secondary application from the list over here, or else you can go to the home screen and select the secondary application from here. So this is how it works. Even though split screen mode has been on Android for a very long time, there are applications that still do not support this feature. For example, the default phone dialer app. So if you want to fix that and use all applications in split screen mode, this is what you need to do. Go to settings and select about phone. Now click the MIUI version 7 times. Once you do that, developer options will be enabled. Now go back a step, go to additional settings, scroll to the bottom and select developer options. Now once you're in developer options, scroll all the way to the bottom and enable force activities to be resizable. Once you do that, restart the phone and you should be able to use all applications in split screen mode. Now for some small tips, if you want to change your display sleep time, this is what you can do. First go to settings, then select lock screen settings, then select sleep. Now you can select the appropriate time. For most people 30 seconds will do. Now when you turn on your phone for the very first time, if you go to the recent apps page, you will not see the memory usage over here. So if you want to display the memory usage on the recent apps page, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select home screen settings. Now enable this toggle that says show memory status. Once you do that, you can find the memory status in the recent apps page. Now for battery percentage, select battery indicator and select percentage. Once you do that, you can see the battery percentage on the status bar. Now if you enable this particular toggle, show connection speed, you can see the network speed on the status bar. This is something that I do on almost every phone that I use. Now going on next for some very quick tips related to MIUI, the basic launcher. This is your default launcher and it doesn't come with an app drawer. If you really want an app drawer, you can try installing the Poco launcher. Now while the Poco launcher installs, let me show you some quick tips related to the launcher. Now this here is called as an app vault, which simply lists a lot of widgets, some quick shortcuts to applications. It will even show you some weather information. Now if you don't want this, or if you want to completely hide this app vault, this is what you can do. You can long press in an empty area, then click settings, then click more and disable app vault. Once you do that, app vault or the page completely hides. There you go. Now the Poco launcher is installed, and if you try to go to the home screen by using the buttons or the gestures, I'll just enable the buttons now. So when you try to go to the home screen using the home button, it'll give you the option to choose the launcher. Now if you select this, that's make default, and select Poco launcher will be set as your default launcher. Now this is how the Poco launcher looks like. You also have an app drawer, so these are all your applications, and you also get the app vault once again. If you want to remove it, once again long press in an empty area, go to settings, more and disable this toggle. Then select home screen and turn off this toggle to turn off app vault even the Poco launcher. Now once you made Poco launcher as your default launcher, whenever you press the home button, it always takes you to the Poco launcher. Now if you want to change your default launcher, there are two ways. First, we can go to settings, then select home screen settings. From here, select default launcher. Now from this page, you can switch between the Poco launcher and the system launcher. Now when I press home, we get to the default launcher without an app drawer. So this is the default launcher. And with just a click of a button, we can switch to Poco launcher. Now this is the Poco launcher and this is the app drawer. Now I'll show you another way to change the default launcher. So for that, go to settings, then select installed apps. Now click this button over here and select default apps. Now from this page, you can change your default launcher to something like Poco launcher or something else. You can also change your default phone dialer application, default browser, default camera application, default music player, and so on. So this is the settings page that you should definitely check out. Now coming back to some basics, this is your default launcher, and now you can do a swipe down gesture to pull down the notification bar, and you can swipe it down once again to check out your notification toggles. Or else you can swipe with one finger from the top of the phone or the top of the screen to pull down the notification bar, or else you can swipe down using two fingers to check out the notification toggles. Now this order is not fixed. You can also rearrange them by clicking this more button, and now you can rearrange them by simply long pressing and dragging the icon or the toggle to your desired location. I personally like to go with this setup with Wi-Fi followed by Bluetooth and mobile data. Now once you're done, click done and this layout will be saved. Now going back to the home screen, if you want to move multiple applications, you can long press in an empty area. Now you can select multiple applications at once and then long press them. Now they will be grouped. Now you can move all these applications to a specific home screen at the bottom and leave them, and those applications will be dropped over there. Or else once again you can select all these applications, long press them or just touch and hold, and then you can do a swipe gesture to change the home screen. This is also a pretty fancy way to arrange these icons. Now you can hold any one of these applications and put it over another application to create a folder. Now to move any application out of a folder, you can select the application, bring it down and drop it, and there you go. Now every time you press the home button, it always takes you to this particular screen. But let's say if you want to keep this particular screen as your default home screen, this is what you can do. Long press, then go to settings, then select set default screen. Now select the screen that you want to make as your default home screen. Now every time you press the home button, it always takes you to this particular screen. Now going on next, if you want to take a screenshot on your phone, you need to press the volume down and power button both at the same time. Once you do that, your phone will take a screenshot. I just missed that, but there you go, that's your screenshot. Now if this is a bit hard for you, you also have a toggle for that. Just go to the notification toggles and search for screenshot. Once you click it, your phone will take a screenshot for you. Now we have another shortcut called 3-finger screenshot. To enable it, go to settings, then select additional settings. Now select buttons and then select take a screenshot with slide 3 fingers down. Now this feature is enabled by default, and just in case if it doesn't work, you can come here and select this option. Now to take a screenshot, you can simply swipe down using 3 fingers. Just do that to take a screenshot. It works everywhere and it's pretty easy using this gesture. Now if you want to take a longer screenshot, first take a regular screenshot. You can either use the buttons, toggle or the gesture. I'm lazy so I'll use the gesture. Now click the preview and then select scroll. Once you do that, this particular application or the page will be scrolled automatically, and at the end you will get a longer screenshot. If you want a shorter screenshot, you can stop by clicking the screen and the area will be cropped till that section, and then you can get a longer screenshot once again. So there you go, this is a long screenshot. Next we have another quick shortcut to open the camera application. So to enable that, go to settings once again, select additional settings, then select buttons. Now select launch camera, select double press power button. Now once you do that, you can press the power button twice anywhere to open the camera application instantly. There you go. Now the phone is locked, and now I'm going to press the power button twice and it should open the camera application. There you go. Now we are on the lock screen. Now I'm going to press the power button twice once again, and even now it will open the camera application. This is also a pretty handy shortcut. Now for the final tip, I'll show you how to record calls automatically on your phone. For that, open the phone dialer. Once it is open, click this button over here. Now select call recording and enable this toggle. Once you do that, all the calls will be recorded automatically on your phone. So guys, these are the most important tips and tricks for your Redmi 7. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and definitely check out my video on best features. Link will be in the description. By the way guys, if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel, and if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.